Hello everyone. This is Monday, December the 13th, 2021, 12:35 p.m. 8 degrees Celsius with the wind chill making it about 6 degrees. I am in Dartmouth walking around, just crossing Alderley Drive and walking up to portions of Dartmouth, which will be going right across Portland, and then maybe exploring some of the back streets and maybe some stuff that's, maybe we'll look at a lot of the businesses that's on Portland, because I've never really done that in depth. What do you say to that? See, that's a good idea? Sure. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk down a side street, and we're going to start at the end of Portland, and we're going to come up Portland, downtown, showing every single business on that street. So if you live in Halifax and you want to see what Dartmouth has to offer, then this video will be for you. I like these brick sidewalks right here. Look at this. Once in a while you get a little bit of a disaster like that, but needs a little bit of maintenance here, but they're still nice. The parking lot needs a bit of maintenance too, I'd say. These are things that make a city more beautiful when things are maintained well. I'm just saying it like it is. They don't look very good. The sidewalk is nice. Having the brick sidewalk, that's really, really good. But when things aren't kept up and maintained, then they're an eyesore, and they don't look good after that. Okay, like that right there. Even that don't look really good. With that, like weeds and bricks missing and weeds growing up too. Those are all little things that, if they're looked after, they're great. And if they're not so good. Well, enough of that. Let's walk across the street here. So I walked up from Alderley Drive, which is down the bottom of the hill, and we're in the heart of downtown now, but I want to walk on a back street down to the bottom, and then we'll come right up from the very beginning. Anything I happen to pass in here of some importance, I'll pass that on to you as well. Alright, so one block in, not even a block, a half a block in, is branch number 31 of the Royal Canadian Legion. For anyone who's interested. And it is on the corner of Queen, it could be King. I think it's Queen and King, but we'll see. I just make sure before I tell you that for sure. Yes. Corner of Queen and King, right there. Corner of Queen and King is the Royal Canadian Legion, branch number 31. Okay. All right, I'm just a little bit interested in what this next brick building is up there. So we'll go up and see that. And then we'll walk downtown, and then we'll walk up through Portland and take a good look at all the businesses, and that should hold us for that video. I would think if I go really slow and an in-depth look at the businesses on Portland to see what's there. Because that to look at things carefully takes time. I just wonder what this is. If it's a church or a city property of some kind. I think it might be a church. We're about to find out. Gotta remember, I'm fairly new here yet. I never lived in Dartmouth all my life. I've been here 3 years, but a lot of my time is not spent downtown Dartmouth. Some of it is. Well, there's the answer right there. It's Grace United. A friendly and caring congregation. December 12th. Farewell to Reverend Keane. 19. Choral service 11. So I guess they've got a new minister now. Maybe he's retiring or moved on or something. All right, so we're at Alderley. We're going to walk down Alderley. Well, we'll probably hook up with Alderley again, and from there, from Alderley, we'll walk across to Portland, and then we'll go up Portland, where we're going to look at each and every business on Portland going up through. Give them all fair airtime here, and make you folks a little bit more familiar with what's in Dartmouth. There's quite a few stores downtown here. That building's called Quaker Landing. So I think that's a pretty good walk for today. We'll just we came around the block here. We walked up Green Street to King, walked down King, and now we're coming down. I'll tell you shortly. At the end of the street, we have to have a sign. We're coming back to Alderley Landing, which is part of Alderley Drive, and Service Canada is right there. And that glass building is Service Canada. I'm not sure if in the bottom floor or up a ways, but and there's a coffee shop in it too. Boxing studio at first, just where that truck is, on the other side of that truck. And there's a coffee shop, and they have breakfast and lunch. Pretty cool. Looks busy too. I'm going to try that soon. That could be my first stop when I want to go somewhere. I'm going to go right there. I always go the same places a lot of the time. I go in the ferry terminal. And I get coffee and go upstairs where the seats are, and I sit up there and have coffee. That's usually where I wind up, but not always. And some of these places I walk right by them all the time. I haven't been in them yet, so I have to try them out so I can pass it on to you folks what they're like. Maybe I'll start doing a few videos like that. That's a great idea. Okay, so looking across the street, you can see that's called Alderley Gate right here. And could be called that because it's the gate to the harbour. You get on the ferries right there and all that kind of stuff. Could be. It's called Alderley Gate. Okay. now going to go up, not the street, the next one. This is too soon. We got a walk sign, so we'll get going. Maybe I can't walk through here. No, I think I'm okay. It's not the sidewalk. It's just a sign. Probably construction or something, but yeah, just a construction sign there. I can walk here. And this is a restaurant in here too. Celtic Corner Public House. All decorated in there for Christmas. Some lights out here. This city has a lot of pizza places. If you love pizza, this is the place to live, because there's so many pizza places. Okay, I'm on the corner of Alderley and Portland. Here we go. We're going to walk up the street and have a look at every single business on this street. So I think the best way to do it would be walk up and look at the ones over there from here, then we'll have to walk back down and look at this side from over there, because I can't walk out in the middle of the road, obviously. So, okay, so starting right there is Harbour Place, which is apartment building, and it's not all that much. There's no New Scotland Brewing Company, I think. Brewing Company, New Scotland, sorry, clothing. Sorry, it's not a brewing company. New Scotland Clothing, where they make Nova Scotia type clothes. And that was the last business there. Okay, we'll keep on. I promised you I'd show you every single business on this street. If it has a sign. If it don't have a sign, then I can't give them any advertisement if there's no sign. Okay, so we'll go up here. This is Staggers Pub and Grub. Do you like that name for a bar? Staggers? The first time I saw that, I couldn't help but chuckle. All right. The oil bank is in that building right there. A multi-purpose building, office building with things in it, and there's some space for lease, commercial space for lease, up to 10,000 feet. So it gives a phone number if you're interested in 902-209-3145 if you're interested in leasing a space in that building. And there's another number there. It depends on who you're talking to, I guess. And the Dartmouth Medical Center is in that building, along with the Royal Bank and some offices. And I believe that's the same building where there's doctors' offices in there as well. Health center. There's doctors' offices in that building as well. Dartmouth Medical Center. There it is right there. If I looked any harder, I'd miss it. Okay, Dartmouth Medical Center. Okay, and the drugstore is right there. So if you get a prescription from the doctor, you can go right in there and get your prescription filled. Okay, the other side is going to be more fun because there's more on it. This side has got different type of things, but not as much. This side I'm walking on is going to be more fun. So anyway, there's the Cibc Bank, takes up that whole thing, I guess. Second floor, space for rent. Okay, there's that office space right above the bank. If anybody's interested in a quite a large area, good for a lot of different uses. You could have a gym up there or anything like that too. Not enough space for that. All right. And again, the next thing here is not all that exciting either. It's Ramsey Investments. So, not really sure. Wealth management, yeah, I was going to say money managers probably. Okay. I don't need a money manager because I don't have enough money to need a money manager. But for those that do, that might be the place to go. I can't endorse them because I don't know anything about them. I would say you have to be careful who you get for a money manager. You don't want a money mismanager. So, ride the bike. So that looks like might be a bicycle place. Not sure. Doesn't really say. There's a bakery cafe. No, there's a good place to go. Bakery cafes are always great because you know you're going to get good baked goods when you go in there. So I love those, the bakery cafes. They're the best. And you get a good assortment of baked goods and nice stuff. We lived for a few years in Newmarket, Ontario, and there was a cafe there that was like that. They made really nice desserts and stuff. Oh, it was so good. And then it went out of business, and so why sandwich? Whether that's sandwiches or just a sandwich, I'm not sure. Can't really tell you any more than that. That's all it says. Sandwich wraps. Yes, it's a sandwich shop because I'm looking at the sign over there, right there. It says fusion sandwich, veggie wraps, and that kind of stuff. All right. Continue on. There's a flower shop, Audrey's little shop of plants. And friends, I'm not sure. That might be part of that. Friends, I'm not sure. It says friends anyway. Looks similar to that sign, so but it could be a separate shop. Jacob's Lounge, pasta, steak, and seafood. Right there. Jacob's Lounge, it says is downstairs. So you go in and you go downstairs for Jacob's Lounge. All right. The next door we come to is the Dragon Butterfly. Tattoo, piercing, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. It's not something I would be interested, but there are a lot of people that like tattoos and piercings, and that's the place to go if you're interested in that. 112 Portland. And Radical Concepts, I'm not sure. Let's see. Ladies' clothing, giftware, hoodies, scales, glassware, incense, pipes. So I see all that kind of thing, yeah. All right. Clean Foundation. I'm not sure. It could be a janitorial company. I'm not really sure. All I can tell you is called Clean Foundation. Doesn't say any more than that. What they do. It could be a janitor company, cleaning. I don't know. Like I said, there's not as much on that side of the street. That's why I got to make 2 walks. I got to walk up this side, and then I got to go back down and do the other side. May Garden Dining Room there. If you like Chinese food, that's the place to go right there. Licensed dining room, May Garden. I love Chinese food. I haven't been in that one, but I was in one not long ago, just a couple of days ago. I got some Chinese food. And the week before that, I got some Chinese food. So twice in a couple of weeks. I like Chinese food so much. Where I grew up in New Brunswick, a little small village, didn't have much of anything there. We might have had one restaurant or something, but Chinese food was something you couldn't get there. So anytime we ever left town and went to somewhere else, I always sought out the Chinese restaurant because I wanted a good feed of Chinese food, and you just couldn't get it there. So, and at that time, my favorite thing was chop suey, and well, that was my favorite thing, chop suey, which I haven't had that for a while. I usually get rice and garlic ribs and things like that. Okay, we've done this side up to the end of Portland. The business part, there's more to Portland, but this is pretty much this side. Okay, so now we're going to cross the street and we'll go back down. And if there's anything I couldn't read too good on the way down, on this side, we'll just look at it again and see what it is. Something that I couldn't make out what it was. Okay. So as you're starting down Portland on this side, the very first thing you got is a little school where they teach you get your grade 12 with the GED program. And that's the very first door right there. You can see GED. Okay, that's where you go to get your grade 12. If you're an older person and you've gone through the system but wasn't successful in getting your grade 12, you can do it there. And they will accept that to get into a lot of the trades and things that you need grade 12 for. All right, and there's the Good Luck Cafe right next door to it. What better thing to have next door to a school than a cafe, right? And there's something you don't see a lot of these days, is a shoe repair shop. Right next to the Good Luck Cafe is shoe repair. And the train yard, let's see, train yard, I'm not sure what they have in there. It's a store called the train yard, but I'm not sure. It looks like a gift shop. You can buy stationary things and stuff like that. And there's Custom Curves. That's again, it's a store, but I'm not familiar with what it is. I guess it's a beauty salon or oh, I see. It's like sexy clothes for women. That's what it is. Okay, we got to the bottom of that. Power promotional, top quality promotional products. Okay, so that's if you got a business and you want to promotional things for your business. That's the place to go. All right, let's continue on. We are at Dundas in Portland right now. For anyone who wants to know exactly our location. And there is a gift shop there, and also a restaurant called the Picnic at Dart Restaurant and Bar. And you have a gift shop right beside it, the Dart Gallery Gifts, and a variety store right there, which is always open. I don't think it's open 24 hours, but it's open a lot. And again, our sidewalks could use a little bit of work. somebody marked circles around them where you could trip. That was good. See, they put some paint on the spots where they need some work. So somebody's obviously planning on fixing this. We're just looking in the window of the store if you want and see what's here. I'm not going to go in, but locally made tie-dye t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff like that. Pull-over hoodie. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. There's a steep driveway. I believe a cargo can go down through there. Wow. That's called making the most out of your space. This place called Downtown Dartmouth. A together. Alright, so it looks like it was probably a bar of some sort right here. And they have an outdoor type of a patio, but it's probably closed now for the rest of this year, I would think. The view from Ferry Terminal Park. Yep. All right, we're supposed to be doing across the street because we did that. Okay. Laura, that's a hair lounge. And this one right here, I'm not really sure. It doesn't really look like a store. I just see some buckets and stuff in the window. And then you got Rooted Rose, which must be a flower shop, I would say. And the next one is the... I'm not sure what that next one is. It's Strange Adventures. Oh, it's a comic. You can go in there and get comic books and things like that. I got other stuff too, but comics. Yeah, there you go. If you like to collect comics, that's a place to go right there. 101 Portland. There you go. We'll take a better look at this Wise sandwich place, which I saw from the other side of the street. We'll see it up close now. Got a heart right in the middle of the city here, and it says Fusion Sandwich, books, coffee, wraps, all kinds of stuff. Sandwiches and coffee and books, everything. Okay, TD Bank right there. They're everywhere, aren't they? TD Bank is everywhere. And they're right next door to Cibc Bank, which is right there. That's our bank, TD Bank, because when we were in Ontario we had TD and we just transferred everything down here and continued on with our account here. Made it more simple than changing banks just because you moved to another province. You don't need to do that now. So there's a pawn shop right there. That place sells, sometimes you get to find good musical instruments in there, and sometimes they're kind of a little on the cheap side. Maybe not cheap to buy, but cheap guitars. Not exactly professional level, a lot of them. Well, once in a while you will get a little gem come in there, and you might get it at a decent price, possibly. Professional center, I guess that's just offices probably in that building. But we'll go the rest of the way down the street, and then we will be done with this video. But I wanted to show you everything that's here on this, the heart of downtown Dartmouth. There's a lot more in Dartmouth than this. This is just the old Portland Street is the old downtown of Dartmouth, okay? That's there's a lot of bars in this block or two right here. That's a dear friend. There's a little patio there. And I see a bicycle in the windows. It could be a bike shop right there. I think it is, because I see people bringing bicycles in that area there, so that's probably the bike shop. Open. Well, not sure about that. It might be I don't know. I'll walk back up that side if I see the sign. I'll try and enlighten you. So there's a lesson for shop owners. Don't have a shop with a little tiny sign that nobody's going to read it from the road. Driving by, they never be able to see it. You need to get a sign out there. You need to make use of your space. Like that one, got it on the windows. You can tell what that is. They sell coffee, records, books. You can see all that right there. Morley's Records. 45 Portland. They made good use of their windows and wrote it on there. But you got a little tiny sandwich sign, a board standing up, and there's cars parked on the side blocking the view. You're not going to get anywhere. There's a pasta place. There's pasta, salad, soup, breakfast too. Paninis and one more item. I didn't catch it, but it's okay. Nice mural on that building right there. I love murals on buildings. One of my favorite things. That right there is called the Brightwood Market at Lake City Cider. This is a place where you can buy sexy lingerie for your honey. Valentine's Day will be coming up in February. Might be a nice thing. And I see they got some Christmas Village stuff here too. I gotta tell my wife about this. She has a big Christmas Village. They have a skating rink right there. And look at these houses. Yeah, they would fit right in with her village because hers is kind of like this. The Glad Tidings Pub. I know she doesn't have a pub in her village. And there's a pet store. Don't think she has a pet store either. There's different types of villages. Those ones up there wouldn't go in her village because they're too small. Hers takes about that size. Hardware store, she might have that. And pet motel, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure she doesn't have the Glad Tidings Pub. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have that one. And the skating rink, she definitely doesn't have that. And then this little walkway right for a park, that's nice too. So I'll have to tell her about this place, which is called Indulgence, on the corner of Prince Street and Portland Street. On the corner of Prince and Portland, you'll find this store. Yeah, very nice. Okay. I'm supposed to be doing that side of the street, but I wanted to see that because I didn't get a good look from the other side. There's some things you just can't get from across the street. My best spot would have been right in the middle of the street, but I can't do that. So there's Ravenna Pizza. 461-0000. Easy to remember. Ravenna Pizza. And then Whiskey's Lounge and the Sprout Therapy Building right next to it. And down here is the Terra Shop, which I'm guessing might be, it could be material, but I think it's maybe out of business because it don't look like it's doing anything. But when there's paper over the windows of Unit 2, the Terra Shop is open. Whatever was there is gone. The Terra Shop is open. I don't want to give false information there. Unit 21, 3 buildings up from Alderley is the tear shop. Usually tear means, like, I don't know, I think it's talking about bulk stuff, the tear shop, but I could be wrong. Could be material, could be cloth, things for sewing, I don't know, could be just about anything. It's called the tear shop anyway. If you're interested, you'll know what it is. You won't be probably shopping there if you don't know what it is. It's that kind of store. You gotta be looking for whatever it is. And there's a shop that's empty. It used to be something, but it isn't anymore. Alright, that brings us down to the end of Portland, and that's what I promised you folks. I would show you the downtown in slow motion here, what was on Portland Street. Downtown. Portland goes a lot farther, and it is a lot longer, but right downtown, that pretty much covers it for Portland Street. Now we'll just look up the street now, and I'll sign off looking up the street, okay? So, if you enjoyed this video, you can push that like button, and if you're not yet a subscriber, if you push subscribe, that will be wonderful. I really love it if you did that. And so I'm going to conclude this video right here. So we'll see you on the next video, which will be in a couple of days. Okay, bye for now.